We're doing this daily with Stat of the Day intern Mike Schur, who also had something to do with The Office and Parks and Rec and Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Rutherford Falls and a whole bunch of other things that he makes that are great. Let's do Stat of the Day on a Friday with Mike Schur.
Start of the day, start of the day. It is your start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. It is your start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. It is your start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. It is your start of the day.
Tom Brady would have the record for career playoff wins in the NFL if he only played after turning 37.
That's when Dan thought he was done.
That is about when I thought he was showing signs of age. Chris Cote, I was thinking of you because Timothy Burke, formerly of Deadspin, was saying that for the Field of Dreams game that was such a big hit, they were thinking of using a hologram Harry Caray for it, but the descriptions for the hologram Harry Caray were, quote, unconvincing, and I love this quote, possibly offensive.
Just like Harry Caray.
Hi, everybody. I think it's a great idea.
How did they not go after Will Ferrell for that? Come on. We did a sketch on SNL right after Harry Caray died. We did a sketch on SNL where he was playing Harry Caray because he played Harry Caray on the show. And it was, I think Joan Allen was the host, and like 2/3 of the way through the sketch, she just said, "Harry, I'm sorry to ask this, but didn't you die?" And Ferrell just went, "Yes." And then the sketch continued.
What do you remember about the birth of the Harry Caray Will Ferrell sketch in that room? Was he just wandering around doing it?
It was birthed before I got there. McKay, I think, and Dennis McNicholas used to write them. And he was already, I think he may have auditioned with Harry Caray as one of his audition characters, but he would just, he did it all the time. It was amazing. And it just continued after Harry Caray passed away. They just kept doing it with no explanation. The premise was he was like hosting an astrophysics talk show. It was like a Neil deGrasse Tyson talk show about outer space, and he knew nothing about outer space. It was the craziest sketch, but they did it like 20 times. It was amazing.
It was a cult classic.
That sounds a little like Snidely Whiplash or something more than it sounds like Harry Caray.
Is the moon made of cheese?
You're getting worse. Yeah. It's getting worse. Brought it back.
Who did you like writing for most on Saturday Night Live, Mike? Did you have a person that made your stuff come to life more than the others?
Well, when I got there, everybody wanted to write for Will. Everything Will did was great, Ferrell. But I also then started liking I really liked writing for Daryl Hammond, who did a ton of great impressions. I loved writing for Molly Shannon. Everything Molly does makes me laugh. I mean, I was lucky. There were great people throughout the time that I was there. I was there 98 to 04. So it was also like, Chris Parnell, we called the Iceman because he never broke. And then, Fallon showed up. And Maya Rudolph showed up. Like we had a really good run of just very talented people that were easy to write for. So I have no complaints about my time there. It was great.
Who did you least like to write for?
It's terrible.
I mean, it's like, I guess technically, like, it's in the ballpark. Like, if you said, like, you said a good impression, I would say, like, it's in the ballpark of recognizable.
It's why my friends call me Whiskers.
It is getting worse.
I'm like a cat.
Do the ha thing again.
Yeah.
Oh,
it helps it. It does. But
all
it helps.
you have is
Only do the ha.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I got
That's
that.
good. That's
Hi,
fine.
everybody.
With the huh.
Oh.
Yeah, but it is the whole
Hi,
thing.
everybody on Hall.
Did I mention whiskers?
You're getting away from
What is that?
Talking too much.
He's just trying to whisk the whisk sound.
Perfect.
Hi, everybody.
Yes.
It's
I think if you want to say hey, the thing Ferrell used to do is hey. That was
Hi,
the
everybody.
thing that-
Hi.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're working it out. We'll get there.
But the whiskers.
the two sounds you have are basically him walking into a room and him having sex.
Hi, everybody.
Or he's like doing karate or something.
Look out now.
Wait a minute, that was Elvis. That was Elvis as Harry Caray doing a karate job. See you later, Mike.
Bye.
See you, Mike.
There's a minor league story that Roy wants to get to, and there is a viral tweet that Jessica wants to get to. But before we get to those things, Stugotz, I just want to ask you about a Boston Herald report that says that the Brooklyn Nets went to Boston and said, if you want Kevin Durant, the starting point is Tatum and Brown.
Oh, wow. And then that conversation ended. They were like,
Yep.
have a good day.
As it should.
Okay,
Yeah.
but if that's the ask, and if that's where we are after the mess that's been made, how's this dude going to get traded?
He's not. He'll be in that.
Especially with a report that
Yeah.
says that teams don't want to help facilitate a deal because it also sets the market at an insane level. No one's looking to help the Nets in this fashion. And by helping the Nets, you make it harder for you to end up making a deal, just like the Rudy Gobert trade makes it more difficult to actually trade Kevin Durant.
What is Durant going to do, Dan? He's going to walk away from that money? He's going to not play basketball? Joe Tsai doesn't have to do anything. I mean, he could
We've
just
never seen that on the Nets.
But he has this kind of talent. A talent that was good enough, Dan, that without Kyrie Irving, he was a shoe size away from beating Giannis 2 years
but
ago.
Stugotz, if you're willing to go to the point of leaking information and an act of insubordination that you're feuding with your owner after a private meeting with your owner, what's stopping you from just not wanting to play so much?
It should be noted in all the reporting of this supposed feud with his owner, they make it a point to say that they have a very good relationship and everything was respectful as you can ask to totally backstab your bosses.
Mm-hmm. I mean, $41 million will do it, right?
Okay, but he can play and just half-ass it, too, because he's unhappy.
Fine, but at least he's playing.
But you keep...
So you're the Nets owner. He's playing. People are coming out to watch him play. It's better than the alternative, which is him not playing. A half-assed Kevin Durant is better than a Kevin Durant that's not playing. Yeah.
Stugotz, you don't have any championship chances if your superstar is going to be reluctant and going to be unhappy and not going to try that hard. And once
he gets out on the court, he's going to listen.
Okay, he's not capable of
Competitiveness is
doing
going
that.
to take over.
He's not
going to play
capable.
basketball.
He's not capable of half-assing it.
Right.
He's a killer out there.
Right.
He wouldn't half-ass it.
if you need to escalate this thing to get out, I wouldn't have thought he was capable of going after everything that he's done and telling the owner me or them either, but he's done it.
No, I understand that, but I think he'd be far more likely to stage a holdout than actually go out on the court and stage one based on performance. Right. I don't. Kevin Durant, if he's out on the court, he's out there to kill you.
I don't know what you do if you're the Nets, if your choices are. You say just hold on to him, but we haven't seen anybody try that. Hold on to the disgruntled guy. It's not the disgruntled guy gets to leave, period. If the asking price is Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, or you stay a Net, there are so many exit ramps between there and here, and it makes me think that, of course, they're going to the Heat and saying, we want Bam and we want two guys, not one. We want two guys. The reporting in the Boston Globe is the Nets want to decimate your roster if you get Kevin Durant.
If it's Bam and Hero, is that decimating their roster?
No.
When you get Kevin Durant back?
It's more than the...
Shouldn't this be something the Heat should be considering?
It's more than the Heat want to do, and Kevin Durant doesn't want to play without Bam. You lose your defense, and you're not as good.
Kevin Durant doesn't have many choices right now.
The Durant stuff is funny because he's like, Oh, yeah, I'd like to go there, but I'd also like to play with Lowry, Bam, Jimmy.
Enough.
He wants to play with everybody.
He wants his cake. He wants to eat it too.
Yesterday, the reports were that he wants you can't include Marcus Smart in the deal because Kevin Durant really wants to play with Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is a sell high if I've ever seen one for Boston. If you can get away with what the NBA Twitter has done and how he's been crowned with the Defensive Player of the Year award, if you can sell him now, go for it. You have Brogdon.
Jalen and Smart, you do that right now if you're the Celtics. You have to. You would have to do that.
Yeah, I would.
You would have to.
Yeah, I would.
Again, the ask was Tatum and Brown.
But
Well, they're not
that's
getting
ridiculous.
Tatum and Brown.
I know, but I appreciate like this. Russia just did this. Vape pen. We want the merchant of death and a convicted murderer. They threw in a convicted murderer that they want. Like you guys,
The player to be named
you
later.
say you're doing a second. Hey, you're doing a second. Brown and Smart, and the asking price is Tatum and Brown.
Well, you start high and you work your way down, Dan. I mean, that's it.
You say that's it, Stugotz, but he's not traded, and they're
been
stopped.
holding
But they
on to
don't
it.
have to trade him until they get exactly what it is they want. Otherwise, he has a decision to make. I mean,
They'll
and I
budge.
think he'll decide to play
They'll
because he's
budge.
Kevin Durant.
They'll budge. They tried this shit with Harden, and they ended up moving.
Roy, what was the minor league story that you that caught your attention this week?
So, a rarity in the entire sport of baseball happened a couple of days ago. So, this guy named Chandler Redmond, who's in the St. Louis Cardinals farm system, hit a home run cycle. You know what that is?
I do not.
No,
Solo shot, 2-run homer, 3-run home run, and a grand slam.
That's
all in the same
amazing.
game.
It's the most insane thing I've ever heard someone did in a baseball game. And baseball's crazy with like a lot of weird stats. That is insane.
There have been 4 home runs in a major league game by a player. I don't think there have ever been 5 by a single player.
No.
4, and have we heard of that happening before in professional baseball, major or minor league? A guy hitting all 4 kinds of home runs.
This may have been the second time this has ever happened. The first time happened in 1998 by a guy named Tyrone Horn, who was also in the Cardinal system.
Oh wow! So it's not even the first time it's happened in the Cardinal system.
Yeah. Yeah.
so it's happened twice. Same organization.
It may
What
have
a weird
happened.
sport.
It is an unusual sport. Jessica, what was the tweet that you wanted to get to?
Okay, this tweet was about the 2013 Billboard Hot 100 end of year list, and it's from this account said at Concept Human, and it says 2013 got to be the worst Billboard top 10 of all time, and I think it might be because these songs were all atrocious. We were talking about this morning before the show, and Mike disagrees with a few of them, but I'll read the top 10 to you, Dan. Tell me if you object to any of these songs being god-awful. The first one, the top song of 2013 was Thrift Shop by Macklemore.
I didn't think that was awful.
Ugh,
I didn't think it was great, but I didn't think it was awful.
A top 100, like the best song of the year was Thrift Shop.
I'm not saying it deserved that either. I just didn't think it was a terrible song. It was a catchy song.
Okay. Number 2, the wildly controversial for several reasons. Robin Thicke, T.I., and Ferrell song Blurred Lines.
The rape
Good
anthem.
song.
The song got criticized for its lyrics. It got sued for plagiarism. Emily Ratajkowski accused Robin Thicke, I believe, of sexual harassment during the music video filming.
Bad
The
song.
Video Music Awards thing with Miley Cyrus got a ton of criticism. Just overall, just a tough one. And then number 3 from Imagine Dragons, Radioactive.
Banger.
I will say
Pretty good.
the performance with Kendrick at the Grammys, even though I don't like that song, it was a good performance with Kendrick.
Songs are all just like, so they're all earworms.
Is that the song where in the middle of it they go,
Yeah. It's a great impression.
I'm waking up to ash and dust. It just reminds me of like the 2013 Blackhawks Stanley Cup playoff run because I'm pretty sure they played
These are-
it
that
in
is
the
like such a
promo
hockey
to like
song.
every hockey playoff.
Is Imagine Dragons, you said this was a 2013 list. Are they sort of modern day Nickelback in terms of doing some things that people like, but also critically just complained about ad nauseum because it's sort of a formulaic antiseptic rock?
It's kinda, only think Nickelback with far more commercial appeal.
Yeah.
This Imagine Dragons, if you were to go by downloads and airplay, Imagine Dragons is the biggest American rock band going
Super
right
popular.
now. Insanely popular.
Very commercial.
But very
no critical
unpopular
acclaim.
as well, correct? It's not just
Yeah.
popular. It's
But like meme-y. Like Nickelback turned into a meme.
Yeah.
I think Imagine Dragons also became a meme.
the
because
same
of
way
how
that Scott
overplayed it was.
Stapp and Creed, like they had some. I think of Imagine Dragons
a year.
as
I
almost
mean-
an insult. To call someone Imagine Dragons, even though they're popular and commercially successful, is to insult their music.
It's not Nickelback, but might
It's
be in
all
that category.
generations Nickelback.
It's not. They're not that
photograph.
bad, Mike. They're not Nickelback.
I'm compromised. I will no longer besmirch Imagine Dragons.
Number 4 was the Harlem Shake.
I think they have great management.
Number 5, another Macklemore song, Can't Hold Us.
Big
That's
year.
see,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Thrift Shop, but I think that song is a great song. That
Which
one's
one is that?
super catchy.
Where do
This
we
is
go
your
back?
moment.
Oh yeah. Good.
Like the ceiling can't hold us. That's what
I like a pop song,
loves
man.
this
Like the
one.
ceiling
I'm a pop
can't
guy, man.
hold us. Ooh, if they had
The
Michael
next
McDonald
one's
singing
great.
that song.
The next song.
Did
she's about
ESPN
to
use
sing.
that song?
This is your moment.
I feel like that was on the
Tonight is
NBA
your night.
broadcast.
We'll fight till it's over. So we put
That-
our
I think that
hands up
definitely has
like
been a
the ceiling
sports
can't
promo.
hold us.
Michael McDonald over there.
I am
like Bo
picturing
Burnham.
Michael McDonald singing this anthem.
Number 6, Mirrors.
That song is
Banger.
great. That's one of Justin Timberlake's best songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Right.
it's long. Yeah.
Why
You
did we
are-
skip
you
past
are
Harlem
the
Shake?
love
Why did we
of my
skip
life.
past that?
I think because we all
Marcus.
agree it was just not.
I can't think of
good
the
song?
I see that song, and I think Miami Heat, and it was a good time to be a Heat fan. So
I'm trying to ask you to disassociate your memories of these songs from the actual songs themselves, because this was my, I
Can't do that
believe,
with
freshman year in college. And I have a lot of mostly positive associations with some of these songs, like listening to, going around Clemson, having a ball at football games.
you were
whatever.
at a kegger. You were at a kegger, and you were bobbing your head to Thrift Shop. You know it.
Thrift Shop.
Yeah.
Thrift Shop was wildly popular at the time. But anywho,
Sounds like you got
they're not
sick
good
of thrifts.
songs.
The
Yes,
thrift shop might have.
was everywhere, Dan. It was everywhere. You could not get away from Thrift Shop. It was everywhere.
So
and
you
it
got
was
sick of it. It's not that you
nauseating.
didn't like it. It's just you got sick of it the same way that I got sick of Thong Song when I was in college.
Oh, that song's a banger.
That's a
Wow.
great song.
was when you
got
were in
sick of that
college?
song.
You got dumps like a truck.
Really?
You were not in
How
college.
old are you?
I was reading your
No,
articles.
what are you talking about?
No, you
Right for the
were
Marlins by
not
then.
in college.
And it was after college, in my 20s, whatever.
gonna pop some tags. Got
Song came out in '99.
Please do me a favor. I would like this segment to end
Looking for a couple.
with I'd like.
This is freaking awesome.
I want Michael McDonald, to sing all of the lyrics to Thrift Shop at the end of this segment.
Number 7, Just Give Me a Reason. Oh, the Pink song.
I
It's
like
just-
that one.
Oh, it's so grating. It's
I don't know.
just give me a
Just
reason.
give me a reason.
Oh, I like that song.
That's a great
No,
duet.
I don't know
that
Good
one.
song.
Yeah,
I like
that dude-
Pink.
that dude from
I like
Fun.
Pink, Yeah.
Like that. It's the last. That's a great.
Yeah.
one.
Roy knows that.
It's a great duet.
Yeah.
Number 8, When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars was
It's a good
having
one.
a
Jesus
moment in
Christ.
the
This is a
early
good one.
2010s.
Yeah, it was.
I think he played in the Super Bowl in like 2015 or 2016.
Totally stole
2013
the Chili
sucked.
Peppers moment.
And then the last two, number 9 is Cruise by Florida Georgia Line and
Good
Nelly.
one.
Baby, you're a song. You make me wanna roll my windows down.
No, I don't know.
Cruise.
And let me tell you, that was probably the song of Clemson's 2013.
Oh, you were in South
season.
Carolina during
Oh,
that?
my
That was
God.
that might be their national anthem in South Carolina.
And then lastly, Katy Perry. I despise this song also. Roar.
Love it.
Terrible.
Although the Super Bowl
Awful.
performance was underrated.
2013
I was
sucks,
partial to
man.
Love
That's a terrible
Story.
year.
Get us out of here with Michael McDonald singing.
I did try looking at the subsequent Billboard top 10 years, and to me at least,
Can
there's
I hear Harry Caray singing Florida Georgia Line's
no.
Cruise?
Baby, you're a song. You make me want to roll my windows down. I can't do that.
No, that's terrible. No, that's terrible. Don't sound like Zagacki.
the other years at least have like one or two universally agreed upon bangers.
Thank
2013
you.
though, tough.
Can we go back? This is your moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us.
like the ceiling can't hold us. No, 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 no. Hey. No, 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 no. Ho, 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 ho.